Hi, we're here with Daniel Povey, and can you give us an overview of what context biasing is?
Oh, so this scenario is when you have a list of words or phrases and you want to kind of boost the probability of those words or phrases because they're like maybe new words that you haven't seen in the training data and they're special for your scenario. So basically, so this is Kangwei has implemented this. It's something called the Aho-Korosik algorithm. It's basically if you have a list of phrases, it forms a kind of tree out of them. And then it's all about like which state you're in. You start at the root of the tree. And then if you see one of the symbols in those special phrases, you go to another part of the tree. And then under certain circumstances, you go back to the root or you go back to another part of the tree. It's I don't know all the details of that algorithm, but it's some kind of algorithm. So it's it's implemented in these context graph and context state objects.
Hmm.
Yeah. So because this is Icefall, I'm assuming, I don't recall the details of this, but I'm assuming that this is probably a Python object. We'll have to see later in the diff what it is. Yeah, okay. So it looks like you have to make some small changes in the search algorithms. But the way we structured Icefall is there's the decoding algorithms, there's lots of different versions. And this, it looks like this is a change to one of the versions. Or it's possible we added a new decoding method. If you scroll down, it'll be clearer. Keep scrolling. No, it looks like we just added an option to one of the existing decoding methods. But I think basically this all comes from a list of phrases. You have to create a list of phrases, and then it will turn them into sequences of BPE symbols or sentence piece symbols. And then it'll take that list of symbols, list of lists of symbols, and turn it into some kind of tree, and then the algorithm happens on that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk
So
more about the
this is
algorithm?
somewhat effective. It's effective under certain circumstances for improving recognition of phrases that you're having trouble with. It doesn't always work. There's some scenarios where, so there's a scaling factor that a boosting factor, which is like a log score that you have to supply. You could supply 1 or 2 or even a large value like 10. Usually it should be about 1 or 2, I think. And if it doesn't seem to work at a low factor, and you really want this special word to be recognized, you can increase the factor, but that is going to increase the number of search errors for like other types of data. So it's a trade-off. Yeah, somewhere in this pull request, there should be some kind of numbers. Or maybe we've done that in a separate pull request, because I've definitely seen a table from him about this. Oh, here it is. The table's right here. Yeah, so it looks like the 1.5 is highlighted because it looks like that was the best. Let me see. Now these numbers are very different when we change the context scale. Can we scroll up a little bit? Let's scroll up. Can we zoom out? I'm trying to remember now what exactly this test consists of, because the context list I think it's something like a list of words that were in that utterance or something. Okay, it looks like the improvement in whatever is extremely large from 11.1 to 3.9. So I think what this is it's some special scenario where the context list is extremely informative about that book. Like it contains something like all of the rare words in each sentence or something like that.
Mhm.
I forget the specifics of that scenario. It's probably documented somewhere there. Yeah, but again, there are certain real scenarios where you might not you might not always get huge improvements.
Okay.
Someone
Who would you recommend to use this?
Oh, well, basically it's for the scenario where you built some kind of system or you're using a system and you have some special words. Let's suppose you're T-Mobile and you want it to recognize the name of your company, T-Mobile, and the names of some of your data plans or whatever. If it's not working well, you can give a context list that has those special words, and that should improve the results. Yeah.
Very good idea. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. That was
Bye.
Daniel Povey.
Bye.